Good morning, everyone. Just one more minute until we get started here. You can send me a message in the chat as you're joining in. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. Good morning, Lisanne. Okay, I have just popped a poll under the polls tab if you want to start voting. Tell me which of the following you are. Awesome. Good morning, Becky. All right, well, it has gone 10 a.m. Pacific time, so I will get started with the Browvado. I do have a few more polls coming your way, so you can keep voting as we get going. As you can see on the screen, hi Miranda and hi Rebecca, thank you. You can see that this class is all about Browvado for your eyes only. So before we do get started, I will just pop another poll up for you guys so you can tell me if it's your first time with us or now. So just vote on that one now. Good morning, Susan. Hi, Candace. Great to see you back. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Chanel. Got a few of you here again today, which is great. Talking all about Browvado for your eyes only. Just one more poll on the screen. A few first timers here. Wow. Many of you, more than 5. Thank you so much. Hopefully you're not sick of my voice yet if you've attended more than 5 with Caronlab. All right, we'll just go to the next slide so I can tell you a little bit about who I am. If you would like to actually see me, I'm doing another session this afternoon, which will actually be 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. I do have sitting beside me here, I have the Brilliance Hard Wax Heating Up and the Browvado as well. So if what I'm talking to you about this morning does tickle your fancy and you want to learn a little bit more about it, I will be doing some live demonstrations this afternoon. I'll be showing you guys lip waxing, nostril waxing, basic general facial waxing. I'll just be doing it on myself this afternoon, basically just to show you guys how to get control of the wax. For many of you that are joining us for the first time, this is really a great way to get started with Caronlab, but I know a few of you in this room have done this yourself, whether you're practicing on yourself at home or your husband or family members. Many of you have been reaching out and doing the same thing. So basically, grabbing a bag of your favorite Caronlab hard wax, and then I show you how to use it. And then once you're convinced that it's great for your own skin, you're feeling a lot more confident to obviously use it on your clients, okay? Great. So a few newcomers, most of you have attended 1 to 2 sessions before. That's awesome. Great. Thank you so much for voting on that poll there. So this is me. So if you have read the screen there, so over 12 years experience as a hands-on esthetician and over 7 years as a waxing trainer for Caronlab Australia. For the newcomers, yes, I do have an Australian accent, but I am actually based in North America now. So I am your point of contact. So whether you're contacting me on Instagram or you're emailing me directly, I can help you out with anything Caronlab and direct you in the right direction to find a distributor, how to place an order, any technical issues, anything like that. And many of you have been reaching out, and many of you in this room today, I recognize your names. So we are becoming quite a close-knit community of Caronlab enthusiasts, waxing specialists all across North America. So thank you for joining us. So I'll just talk a little bit more about Caronlab and what makes it a little bit different. So the main thing you'll see and you'll experience if you do try it on your own skin is the synthetic resins, okay? So synthetic resin is much nicer for sensitive skins, okay? That reduces the redness, the irritation, and just that all-round feeling on the skin, okay? Okay, Margaret's having a little bit of a problem with her connection. Yeah, just a little bit of housekeeping. So if you guys are having any problems with viewing the presentation or the sound or anything like that, please just exit the browser and just click on the link in your email again and rejoin the session, okay? This is recorded live. It will be getting sent to you 24 hours after the session, okay? So don't worry if you miss anything, you'll get the recording and it will be clearer when you rewatch back the recording, okay? So back to the synthetic resins. So they are also flexible and not brittle. So give me a yes in the chat box if you know what I mean when we're talking about brittle hard waxes, the flicking and picking. Those of us that are estheticians that have struggled with this, breaking in our hand when we're trying to remove it on the client, give me a yes in the chat box if you know what I'm talking about when I talk about brittle hard waxes. All right, the yeses are flooding in. Thank you, ladies. So if you have not already tried Caronlab waxes, all of our hard waxes are synthetic. You will never, ever experience this again. No breaking, no going brittle, no crumbling in your hands, okay? The consistency is always there. You will see this. Come to the next class. I know I have promoted the next class for Canadians, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Come to the next class and I will show you firsthand, very close up, what I mean about the waxes not going brittle and breaking, okay? So this is our biggest selling point. We really are famous for our hard waxes. Yes, we have a great range of strip waxes as well, but I'm talking to you specifically about hard waxes today and specifically about facial waxing because I really want you guys to understand that a lot of things that have been the norm or perceived as normal on the North American market actually aren't, okay? So as clients, we don't need to put up with this, and as estheticians, we don't need to be frustrated behind the tools either. Okay, let's just see what Penny had to say. Took a little longer as I found the first wax hairs were left behind. Okay, Penny, please join me in the next class. All right, I will show you exactly how to get this right. Okay, so Penny was just worried that she wasn't lifting all the hairs the first time. And what else did you say? With my previous cream wax created redness, lifted hair in one go. Okay, am I doing something wrong? All right, this is exactly what I want to eliminate with you guys. Temperature is everything with synthetic waxes, okay? I do have quite a few resources to share with you guys. I do have quite a few videos to share with you guys, and all you need to do is just practice. Because these waxes, as you can see here, synthetic, no pre-waxing oil, you can go over the area multiple times. They are made differently. So we can't just pick it up like we would our traditional honey wax or whatever wax we were previously using and use it exactly the same. And you're in the right class, so thank you for joining, Penny. Adele, you want to join the next class, please just go to our Instagram and click on the bio. I will put it into the chat box here. Okay, so Adele, just go to the Instagram page there. Link is in the bio for the next class and just sign up for it. And then you guys can join me at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time today, all right? And I will be helping you guys with these problems. It's more of a problem-solving class. So if you're having any problems with the synthetic resins, please join me there, okay? So we will go through the waxes here a little bit before we continue on. So when we're talking Browvado, which is what this class is all about, and I do have it heating next to me, as well as the Brilliance Hard Wax. So I will be playing with those this afternoon, and you will get the recording if you can't attend live. So not a problem if you can't attend live. I don't want to take all of your time away out of the salon today. I know many of us are reopening or already reopened, so I understand your time is precious. So Browvado is the focus today. It is a gel hard wax. Brilliance is another option for it's a hypoallergenic hard wax for hypersensitive skin. Okay, so this is anyone that's got a very in-depth skincare routine, maybe you don't know what they're using on their skin, they perceive their skin as sensitive, you would want to use the Brilliance Hard Wax on them. Something in between, perhaps sitting, it might even sit better in between here and Brilliance and Browvado, is the Brazilian Film Hard Wax. So this is more like a cellophane film wax. You can use it really nice and thin. I have been using this one a lot in my classes the last couple of weeks. So what I thought I'd do for you guys today that have signed up for Browvado, because this is all about facial waxing. I did a great class last Monday and it was called Manscaping Monday, and it was facial waxing on a male client, and I did use a mix of Brazilian and Browvado. So what I'm going to do in the email that goes out after this class is actually send you extra facial waxing videos using the Browvado. I'm going to send you the full recording of the Manscaping Monday session so you guys can really have a look at Brazilian versus Browvado and see that one there. The other thing I have had requested, because so many of you are now getting, I mean, obviously a lot of orders have been held up with COVID situation, and it's taking a little bit longer for people to get orders while the salons were closed. But I did notice in the last week I got an influx of getting tagged on our Caronlab Instagram, and many of you do have Browvado in your hands now. So some of you are saying, I'm loving it for facial waxing, I'm loving it for underarms, can you show me Browvado on a Brazilian? So I am actually going to be doing a live Brazilian using purely using the Browvado, because that's what you guys want to see, and whatever you want to see I'm willing to give you. So that will be at the end of June. So I don't have the exact date yet, just confirming with my model, but it will be the end of June. So again, Renee has put up the Caronlab _North America. So that's our Instagram. That's where our links are always found in bio there, okay? Another way you can sign up for any of these classes to be notified of when we get new classes is simply go to caronlab.com and then go to salon resources and go register for training and webinars. So when I have my next lot of classes, I will email you out and then you can join up, okay? Okay, B wants to know, when will Browvado be available in the UK? You can contact the Edge Nails. I think I replied to your email this morning, B. They said to me that they do stock Browvado, so just need to contact the Edge Nails. They're exclusive distributor in the UK. So thank you. I love it when we have people from all around the world in this room. So actually, I'm going to just do another little poll here before we move on and find out, where are you guys from? Okay, let's pop that one up. All right, let's do another little poll and you guys can tell me where you're from. All right, so these are our hard waxes at the top line here. Down the bottom, we have our stripped waxes or soft waxes, whatever you like to call them. We have clear, natural soft wax. We have cream, synthetic soft wax. We have clear, synthetic soft wax, okay? We have whatever you guys need, we have it. Why do we have so many different waxes? Because there's not one perfect wax to fit everyone, okay? So basically, find what suits you. The code here is cream equals gentle, clear equals grip, depending on what type of clients you're dealing with, okay? So let's talk a little bit more about the resin, okay? Because this is what a lot of people don't have an understanding of. I know those of you that voted, you've attended over 3 classes or more than 5. You're definitely an expert on this now. And basically, I want to explain this to you in a way that you can understand as the esthetician, number one, and then also you could explain that to your client, because obviously our understanding as an esthetician needs to be a little bit deeper than what the client needs to know. So first of all, natural is not always better, okay? When it comes to waxing, it's completely different to other areas of beauty where clients are coming in your door and they're saying, I only want natural skincare products. I want an organic facial. What do you have natural for nails? What do you have natural in hair care? Natural is the buzzword, okay? So you can see that's obviously going to overflow into waxing, even though with waxing, it's the exact opposite. Natural is not going to do your clients any favor. And those of you that shouted out yes in the chat box about waxes going brittle and breaking in your hand, you are using a natural wax if this is what's happening to you, okay? Because it's completely different to the synthetic resin. It has the ability to just break and go brittle, okay? It snaps in your hand, all right? This makes you very nervous as the esthetician, and you will lack confidence when you're talking about hard waxes or even going to use them, okay? I have had so much feedback since people have picked up our synthetic hard waxes saying, I will never go back to strip wax for everything. I will never go back to using brittle hard waxes. Once you experience it and you get used to it, keeping in mind it is different. It's like anything, like any sort of innovation that we bring into our salon. We can't just throw it into the wax heater and think, all right, I'm going to turn up on day one of work, especially after some of us have been closed for many, many months now. Day one of work, new wax, turn the wax pot on, work on clients, and I automatically love it and I have no problems, okay? Anytime we bring anything new into the salon, we need to practice on ourselves. We need to get models. We need to practice on the staff. We need to get comfortable, all right? So it is a transition period. This is why these webinars are really great for you guys to attend, because you will pick up some extra information that can hopefully make your transition period a little bit easier. Okay, if you're already using a wax that you love and you think that there is nothing better and you have none of these problems, then you don't need to change. Okay, I'm not here to make anyone's life more difficult. I'm here to solve your problems if you're having these problems that you see on the screen. Okay, if you're using a wax that has a really strong smell, it snaps, it goes brittle, it makes your client red, your client is screaming out in pain when they're on the bed, all of these things can be changed by making better choices with your waxing products, okay? So when we're explaining this to the client, they're saying, nope, I only want natural. Sugaring is natural, okay? I want to be sugared. Well, not all of us do sugaring, okay? And waxing and sugaring both have pros and cons. So what we need to explain to them is actually, when it comes to waxing, the synthetic resin that I'm using is going to be much nicer on your skin. It's going to reduce pain. It's going to reduce redness. You're not going to have irritation once you leave the salon. It's more gentle, okay? And it's going to remove all your hairs without snapping any of them. Okay, this is the sorts of words you want to use when you're talking to your client about the natural resin and why you're using the synthetic wax. Okay, so here's the synthetic one. This is all about the synthetic one. So as the esthetician, what you need to know, it is more consistent batch to batch. If you buy a bag of our synthetic hard wax right now, today, what you buy next year will be the same. Okay, it's always the same because it's a man-made substance and it's always refined at the same level. So there is quality control. When you're buying something natural, there is no quality control. Okay, we think about things that are natural in the environment. They're quite often things that we're allergic to. Okay, questions that I can relate to about this. People are saying, I've got a client that's allergic to tea tree. Can I use the tea tree oil? I've got a client that's allergic to strawberries. Can I use your strawberry cream wax? I've got a client that's allergic to coconut. Can I use the Brilliance wax? Okay, the coloring and the fragrance in any of our synthetic waxes is also synthetic. So they will not have a reaction to it, okay? So just because something is naturally derived from the environment, it doesn't mean that we aren't going to react. It actually means, on the contrary, that if we are allergic to those items that are naturally derived, we're probably going to react. So let's eliminate the natural side of it, keep it man-made, keep it highly refined. It's going to reduce redness. It's good for sensitive skin. It will always stay flexible and pliable. It's designed to attach to the hair, not the skin. That's why they say it's less painful, okay? That's also why this point here, you may need to go over it for a second time. So if I refer back to Penny's point here, she said that it takes a little longer as I found the first wax hairs were left behind. We always recommend with any of our synthetic resins, you go over the area twice. But then she says, my previous cream wax created redness, but lifted hairs in one go. Exactly. So can I give it all to you? I think with Browvado, I can give it to you as close as possible in terms of eliminating the redness and removing, I would say, upwards of 90% all of the hairs in first go, okay? The point is we have to protect the skin first and foremost. So if that means we have to go over the area twice, so be it, because the client walks out, they're not red, their skin is still intact, once skin has lifted, I cannot stick it back on your face, okay? So with using any of these harsh waxes, these natural waxes, strip wax, particularly on that brow bone, it's not a good idea. And we are going to delve into this a little bit deeper today, okay? The other thing you'll find with the synthetic resins, if you haven't attended a Brazilian class, please do. They are completely moldable and pliable for the most intimate areas. You will not know what that means until you see me do the secret garden and the butterfly. And if you don't know what that means, you'll need to sign up for our next Brazilian class. So make sure you're on that training register, or you keep up with our Instagram and just check back for dates on there, okay? Because you need to see what the moldable factor means. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about that natural resin. It is known as pine rosin or chlorophonium. Okay, look at these astonishing facts here. The allergic reaction is on the rise to this, okay? In the US, 4.6% of people are allergic to pine rosin. In Canada, up to 7%. Okay, these numbers are growing. So if we continue to use pine rosin in our waxing, in manufacturing, people are allergic to it. It's a fact. Why is it still commonly used? Because it's cheaper for a lot of the manufacturers to use. Okay, so you will find that if you go to more of your budget line waxes, or if you can identify the fact that you're using a budget line wax, I can guarantee you 99.9% of them are made of the pine rosin. Okay, you will pay a couple of dollars more for a synthetic resin. Now, that's all it is. The price difference isn't that big. It should only be a couple of dollars difference if you're using a high quality synthetic resin. All right, that's all Caronlab charges. We are very price competitive, and keeping in mind when you can use them so thin, you save money in the long run anyway. Okay, so basically this one can also cause asthma, itchy, runny eyes, and fatigue. All right, so we are trying to not use pine resin in any of our waxes. The only one that it's actually found in right now is the olive. I'll just go back to that, but I'll explain a little bit more. It is found in this olive strip wax. However, it is a very high quality pine rosin, and it is refined at a very, very high level. If you have this wax, or if you're willing to try it, please do have a smell of it. It still doesn't have that that really strong chemical smell, which is how you can identify a bad pine rosin. If you open your wax and you're heating your wax and your room smells like burnt chemical, you are using a bad quality pine resin, and you can guarantee you will see that reflect in your client's skin, okay? It does have its place in the market because it removes the short, shaved, stubborn hairs, okay? So that's why it's commonly used, okay? Okay, I'm just reading Penny's comment. After going back and re-waxing, the hairs lifted, and my friend, who always has a histamine reaction to wax, was very happy with how calm the area was. Thank you, Penny. It is really important that we get that message across to everyone that yes, you may have to wax the area twice, but look, no histamine reaction, client's happy. Isn't it all about happy client, returning client, rebooking client? I'm sure that she rebooked you right then and there, Penny, so that she could come back and have that same experience. No one wants to get their brows waxed and then have to go to the grocery store and be flashing red, okay? It really doesn't need to happen, and we as estheticians need to educate our clients that this is not normal, okay? I'm going into that a little bit further, but I'll just get through these Caronlab Cares slides and then we'll talk more about this, because I love having this discussion with you guys and I want to hear from you, okay? So just talk a little bit about ethical resourcing. So it's an initiative that Caronlab has implemented, the Caronlab Cares. All of these things they have done for 40 years in manufacturing, but they've now made a bigger initiative about it. They want this to be known. Okay, so we're going to talk about ethical resourcing here. So the synthetic resin, this does relate to what I've just been speaking about. It is a hydrocarbon resin. It's a byproduct of the fuel industry. So they are actually repurposing a product that would otherwise end up as waste. So how fantastic is that, that we can take a byproduct of the fuel industry, refine it to the highest level, and it actually is the best one for sensitive skin. Those hypoallergenic clients, this is the one they want on their face, the hydrocarbon. Okay, so it is a man-made substance and we are repurposing it. The other thing you need to know is that we are certified cruelty-free by PETA and choose cruelty-free. They also guarantee that the use of suppliers that guarantee they do not use any sort of forced child labor, okay? This is really important because a lot of the raw materials do come from various places around the world. So they check out all of their suppliers and make sure that they also guarantee that they do not use forced child labor. The animal welfare. Never, never, never have we ever tested products on animals. We do test them on staff members, okay? So that's a different scenario. I've been a guinea pig myself many times. Always fun in the testing room. They do have, again, strict guidelines for suppliers that they also must provide that they don't test their products on animals, okay? So any of those raw materials, we have to guarantee that they are not tested on animals either. Vegan-friendly options. This one is really exciting to me because we do get asked this a lot about vegan-friendly options. Now, traditionally, hard wax contains beeswax. Beeswax is the setting agent. It makes the wax go hard. So a lot of hard waxes on the market do contain beeswax. Browvado is 100% vegan, okay? So if you're wanting a vegan-friendly option, you're in the right class. Browvado does not contain any beeswax. We have a plant-based derivative instead of the beeswax, which will help the wax to set. So how amazing is that? So any of their new hard waxes coming through, they will not contain the beeswax, okay? Okay, Rebecca, if you're having trouble with the sound, just exit the browser and just come back in. Okay. And also this is being recorded live. So if you're having any problems, you can watch the recording. Okay, Colleen has a question. Will it lift the skin on clients who use AHA's retinol in their eye cream? Okay, good question. Because Colleen, I can tell you now, you can ask your clients, are they using AHA's or retinol in their eye cream? Your clients will have no idea. Okay. So a synthetic resin is going to be a lot safer on clients that are using retinols and AHAs, because as much as we can sit down and consult with them, unless they bring you every single product that they use and you read the ingredient listing, you will not know, okay? Think about our clients and when they go into Sephora and they just buy the latest, hottest thing because it's in the Sephora top 10. And that's great. Obviously, we want to be using what's in the Sephora top 10, or we want to be buying it from our esthetician. But honestly, they won't know what's in their products. So if you're using a synthetic resin, you will eliminate the risk of lifting skin, okay? You're not going to wax a client with synthetic resin that uses Accutane, okay? Roaccutane, Accutane, whatever you call it in your region of the world. They should not be waxed by any wax because their skin is so chronically dry from that medication that you will lift their skin, okay? But people that use retinols and AHAs, you're much better off to be using a synthetic hard wax, okay? Because you're eliminating that risk, particularly when the client doesn't even know what they're using on their skin. We're all using that. If we're doing skincare, chances are we're all using that. We all want to stay young, okay? Your best option will still be Brilliance, and we'll cover that at the end of this session, but Browvado will eliminate a lot of this risk as well. So great question, Colleen. Okay, just to talk about the sustainability a little bit, because this is very important. Caronlab, their goal for 2020 was to move towards 100% recyclable packaging. Okay, so that would be for all of your pre and post, any of those sorts of packagings. This goal will now be pushed out to 2021, okay, because obviously with COVID and just trying to get regular packaging, obviously packaging does come out of China. So that's been difficult for now. So 2021, we can hope that all the pre and post bottles are 100% recycled packaging. They also do what they can within the manufacturing plant. They have 5-star energy manufacturing plant, and they have power saving lights. Okay, so doing what they can. It's all about the small changes. So let's go into this a little bit further, because Colleen already had that great question about AHAs, retinols, all of the things. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about. This is the main purpose of this class today, is to really think about what we're doing with facial waxing and how we can evolve with the times. So why do clients in North America think they have sensitive skin? I use this example because I've been, as soon as I'm based in Vancouver here. So we opened quite a few weeks ago with personal services. So of course, like all of you, I'm missing being in the waxing room, but I'm also missing having my personal services done. So nails, pedicure, hair treatments, all of the things, you name it, I pretty much booked in for it all the last couple of weeks. And also to do some research on what people are doing with upping their cleaning with COVID and the mask situation and the sealed situation. So it's been really interesting to me to be visiting some salons. So when I've been visiting salons, I always hear people say, do you do waxing or threading here? Why do they ask that question as a client? Really, what do we care as a client? As long as the hair's been removed, do we care if it's been threaded or waxed? Yes, as a client, we do care because there is so many inferior pine resin waxes on the North American market that our waxing industry has been damaged because these clients think they cannot wax their face. So what is the reaction when these various salons or spas say, oh no, we only do waxing here. We don't do threading. Or if you want threading, you can go to this place down the road. We're not even asking the question as to why they're saying that. They're saying that because they think that they can't wax their face because they have had a reaction to pine resin. Okay, so there you go. That's why they think that they have sensitive skin. Now, Seppi will give us a great example of this. I can see she's joined us today. Thank you very much, Seppi. Seppi was on my Instagram live on Friday night, and she told me that she's a facial specialist as well. So she's been doing, as she said in the chat box here as well, AHAs, BHAs, Retin-A. All her clients are using these, but then her clients actually still turn around to her and say, no, I can't have my brows waxed because I have sensitive skin. Now, don't you think that Seppi would know? She is the facial specialist. She is putting chemical peels on their face. They're not turning bright red. They're not having a hypersensitive reaction. And then they're saying to her, oh, no, I can't wax my eyebrows. So something is seriously wrong with our waxing industry. And if we can start using these high quality synthetic resins, we are going to bring business back in our door. But it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy for the clients that say, no, I can't wax, period. You are going to have to educate them. They can. Let's do a patch test. Let me show you this wax. Let me put it onto your hand. Just experience it. It is different. And when you get passionate about this wax, you will understand, you will see the difference, and you will be able to upsell it to your clients, okay? So as Seppi says here, no lifting, no redness, and all of these clients are using AHAs, BHAs, and retinols. So that comes down to my point here in the gray box down the bottom here. Whatever we use on our face, daily, bi-weekly, monthly, it's going to affect our waxing results. We all want to preserve our youth. We are using the strongest products on the market. 20 years ago, these products were not readily available to us. They were not as commonly used. It was too expensive to be having chemical peels. It was something that we'd only be able to get done in the medical industry, not in aesthetics. So think about it, how much our industry has changed. That means our waxing technology has to change as well. So if you have used the same wax for the last 10 to 20 years on the brows, on the face, it is time for change. And in comes Browvado, which is doing a great job of still lifting out all the hairs, but protecting the skin. Okay, so just to go over a few other points here that I may have missed. So outdated technology, as I said, a lot of salons still just use strip wax for everything. Okay, this really, really scares me when I hear this because strip wax is not good on every area. It's not good on a Brazilian, it's not good on underarms, and it's definitely not good on the face. Clients are just accepting the fact that adverse reactions are normal, so they don't ask questions. They'll just get waxed once, they'll blow up red, have that histamine reaction by the time they get home. They don't call you, they don't tell you, they just never come for waxing again. They'll seek out threading, they'll seek out sugaring, or they'll just tweeze their eyebrows. They actually won't do anything else to them, okay? So this is why. And this is why threading had such an increase on the market and such a rise, because so many estheticians had damaged brow bones with inferior wax. So time is now to bring them back into the salon, particularly when we're still in our stages of reopening post-COVID, because you can explain to your clients, hey, I've actually, even though I've been closed for 2 months or 3 months or however long you were, I've attended all these webinars. I've sought out the best, highest quality wax for you. It's 100% vegan friendly. It's gentle. It's going to remove all your hairs, protect your skin. You're not going to have a histamine reaction, and I'm trained in it. So why wouldn't they try? You've had this time on your hands to upskill. Tell your clients you've been upskilling and let them have the patch test and see what they think. So what's an adverse reaction? So when I said in the previous slide, just go back for a sec, adverse reactions are considered normal. Some of them are normal, some of them are not, and some of them are avoidable. So what's a normal adverse reaction? Spotting on the skin. How much do we love that when we see a shaved Brazilian or a shaved underarm and we see the spotting, the blood spotting on the skin, because it means it's detached from the dermal papilla and we've got the hair out completely by the root. We love that as estheticians. As clients, they don't so much want to see the spotting of the skin, because when it looks like their underarm is bleeding, it's not really the best look. All right, so we try and hide the spotting from the client, but as we see the spotting or the detachment of that dermal papilla, we know it's a good adverse reaction. So there's a smiley face for that one there. Ingrown hairs. Now this is indifferent face, because no, we definitely do not want ingrown hairs, but they can be caused by waxing if you are snapping a lot of hairs, okay? Now, two sides to this. Some people are just particularly prone to ingrown hairs. Some people don't do the aftercare. So what's the aftercare? It's the exfoliating at home. Okay, it's the moisturizing at home. However, it can be caused in the waxing room if we are snapping hairs. So that's why you always see me stop and look or show the camera the piece of wax with all the hairs attached to it, because you need to be seeing the root so that you know you're not snapping hairs. Bruising, definitely a sad face. This won't be caused by the wax. This will be caused by the user. This will be caused by not stretching the skin properly. Okay, so this comes down to technique, the bruising. The skin lifting will be caused by the type of wax or inconsistent temperature. Okay, so temperature, I'm going to show you more. I do have extra resources on this. Just judge it by eye. Doesn't matter if you have the Caronlab heater or another heater. Look at your wax, judge it by eye. Browvado needs to be complete gel-like consistency, okay? And I will show you how to find a video of this so that you can make sure you're looking at the wax the same way I'm looking at the wax. The other one that's a really sad face is the histamine reactions or hives. Okay, so this is what Penny just mentioned earlier. She mentioned that her client always has a histamine reaction to waxing. So Penny, that would be caused by the pine resin. It comes up as a rash, as white wheals on very red skin, okay? So this can be avoidable by using the synthetic resin. We should be avoiding all these type of reactions. The other one that's avoidable is the excessive redness. So if you use strip wax on someone's face, they will have excessive redness. If you use a pine rosin on someone's face or someone's Brazilian or underarm, they will have excessive redness. So all of these can be avoided. Okay, just quickly read what Chanel wrote there. People definitely notice and want to know what we've been doing during our downtime. They are seeking professionals who are utilizing their time to learn and improve. Absolutely 100% agree with that comment, Chanel. They want to know what you've been doing. So tell them the specific examples, what you've learned from the webinars. Post it on your social media. Really get it in their face. I'm now using high quality synthetic resin. Why? Because it's better for you as the client. Why? Because it's less painful. It reduces redness. You won't have a histamine reaction. Okay? Start promoting this. Really get them thinking and seeking out this synthetic resin. You will be sought after. You can bring people back to your waxing room that maybe left you 5 years ago, because maybe 5 years ago you were using pine resin, and they'll just think that you've never changed your wax, because a lot of people don't change their wax. They just pick one wax and they use it for 20 years. Okay, so tell them why. So let's go to the esthetician side of this debate. Okay, why are estheticians so scared of hard wax? Basically, what happened is that strip wax was used for all waxing over the body, let's say 20 years ago, okay? Then hard wax started to come in. Estheticians tried it because we're estheticians. We love new things. We love innovative products, but only if they're good and only if they save us time and money and only if they don't compromise the experience for the client. So what was happening? Like I said, the inferior hard waxes, they brittle, they break, they snap. That made us have less confidence because it took us more time in the waxing room. The other thing that happened is that they were very, very tacky. The pine rosin can make them quite tacky. They do take a lot longer to dry. As we can see, time is money. Okay, so whether it's breaking or taking a long time to dry, we don't have time. We still only have 10 minutes to do a lip wax, 15 minutes to do an eyebrow wax. We don't have time to stretch that out when we're only charging maybe $10, $20 for these services in a lot of cases, all right? Soft wax. They went back to soft wax then and they just said, okay, this is not working for me. This is brittle. This is breaking. This is snapping. It's not working for me. So I'm just going to use soft wax for absolutely everything. So that's what they did. And they thought, well, it costs less and I use less because I can use it thinner. I can use it all over the body. It's just one line that I have to order from my distributor. But again, times have changed. Okay. So back to the old debate of soft wax is said to have more grip. That's true because it does grip to everything in its path. When you're working on someone's brow bone or upper lip, do you really want it to grip to everything in the path? Not really. Okay. So yes, when we're talking leg waxing, of course, we want it to grip to everything in the path. We've got shaved hairs there, stubborn hairs, dry skin. No one really exfoliates their legs. All right. We've got lots of barriers. Also fake tan, any sort of, fake tan is a barrier to waxing as well. So legs, yes, we want something that grips everything in its path. But face, Brazilian, underarm, no, we don't. So in comes the synthetic hard wax again to save you. The incorrect temperature. Now, this is why so many of you are still scared of the hard wax or not fully sold on it because you can't get your temperature right. I will help you with this, okay? I do have various resources that will help you to get your temperature right. So let's just talk about the facial waxing procedure now, okay? So with Caronlab waxes, I did mention earlier in the piece, no pre-waxing oil, nothing to protect the skin. What you want is a clean, dry area. So I will go in depth in my next class this afternoon to talk to you a little bit more about the pre and post, show you how to use them, the easiest way to save time and money in the waxing room when you're using these products. So again, you can join me this afternoon or sign up for that one and you can watch the recording back later if you want to see these products in action. The pre-wax skin cleanser is super easy to use because it dries really fast. It does contain alcohol, so you just need to disperse that little bit of spray before you wipe it under the client's nose. So this is the moment we have been waiting for. So something bold is here. If you have seen the sleek marketing around Browvado, it is very sleek. I'm going to play you a short video now just so you can see how versatile this product is. So it is the video on Browvado that's just to introduce it to the North American market. So I'm going to play that one through now, okay?
Say goodbye to harsh soft waxes on the face and say hello to Browvado for your eyes only. A soft wax alternative specifically designed for the face to have more grip but less rip. Formulated with the highest quality synthetic resin and made for the most sensitive of skins, Browvado will improve your confidence whilst maintaining the integrity of the skin and eliminating the risks associated with using soft wax on the face. No more redness, irritation, or even worse, skin lifting. Whether you're a beginner, a brow queen, or anyone in between, let's bring clients back into the waxing room and give them the Browvado experience they deserve.
Okay, so we just had that short little video. Hope you guys were all able to see that clearly. Thank you, Megan, for asking where I can sign up for the event this afternoon. I've just popped the link in the chat box there. So it is starting at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, so you can see the waxes firsthand being used on the skin today. So please just sign up there. So that's Browvado for you. It's very versatile. You would have seen in that video that you can actually use the strip over the hard wax, and I can show you guys this afternoon as well. It's just an option because if you are used to using soft wax on the face, the hardest thing for you guys will be transitioning over to hard wax and not having that security blanket of the strip. So you can actually use it either way, and I'm happy to show you guys how to do that as well this afternoon. So features and benefit of this wax. So it's a gel consistency. It's very, very different to other hard waxes on the market. It is designed to be sculpted through the brows, okay? High quality synthetic resin, the gentleness of hard wax, but the grip of a soft wax. Now, I really do agree with this comment, okay? Because I really did find it picked up those fine fluffy hairs even better than what a strip wax would, okay? It also has a really nice scent of honeysuckle and pear. So that makes it fun too. I've got another video here. I want to show you this lip wax. Now, this was a great client. You can see she's got a little bit of a spot here. It's a little bit aggravated. She does have quite problematic skin. So I'm just going to show you this video here so you can really get a sense for the fine fluffy hairs and how gentle this wax is. So here's another video playing for you now. So I will show you guys how to roll up the face like this in my class today, the hands-on class. Lindsay, the scent is synthetic. So in any of our waxes, all of the fragrance is synthetic. So they're not going to be, if they're allergic to pears, they're not going to be allergic to the pear scent. Okay. So have a look at this. Look at those blonde, fine, fluffy hairs. Amazing. I don't think strip wax even does this good of a job because strip wax you need to apply with the growth. So you would have had to go on down the face. By applying against the growth, look at that. Look at all those bulbs on there, the root. It's amazing. This was one of the first times I actually used Browvado. So this was just some of my experimenting videos, but how they have become hero videos of this product because the type of skins that I tested it on, wow, the results were just amazing. It's amazing that this pimple didn't like bleed or the top layer didn't come off because synthetic resins are really just designed to mold around the area. So they're only designed to grab to the hair, not to the skin. So Claudia, with the temperature, everyone's wax pot is very different. So with the temperature, you need to actually just have it judged by eye. I'm going to show you how to find that in a moment. Okay, once we finish this video, I'll get back to that. Rest of this video. Come in. Yeah, come in.
What's happening?
No, it's okay. Okay, so what did we think of that video there. Were you guys able to see those fine fluffy hairs? I'm actually going to send you the full recording of those videos. I do have a couple of other ones. I do have some male waxing, as I mentioned. Okay, so let's just go back to Claudia's question there about the temperature. So what I need you guys to do is you're going to go to our Instagram page. Now, I did put it into the story this morning. Let's put the Instagram back up here if you're not sure. Caronlab North America. Oh, that's it, _ North America. Okay, so go and have a look at the story. You will see I've actually got a lot of things to share with you on our Instagram today. So have a look at our Caronlab Instagram story. You'll see everyone's trying to win a waxing kit right now, and I'll tell you guys how you can have an extra entry into that draw. Go to the second last one I posted. It says Browvado consistency. Click on that link and go to our Instagram page and you'll see. So if you want to find the exact post, it's a little bit of a way down. It was on March 26th, okay? That is exactly what your Browvado needs to look like. It needs to have no hard core. It needs to be completely runny like honey. It should be like a gel consistency, okay? Okay, so Christine has a really good point, and it was a private message, so I'm just going to repeat Christine's message here. It says, I think clients will be nervous to let us go over the area twice. How do we reassure them that this will be okay? That's a great one, Christine, because yes, if they're used to the soft wax or they're used to maybe a harsher wax where you were only able to go once, you're going to explain to them, I'm using this new wax. It's a high quality synthetic resin. It is designed to attach to your hair only and not the skin. So in order to get it really nice and clean for you, we actually wax one way and then we wax the other way. Show them after the first time. Show them that was go one. Have a look at your skin. The skin is actually not red. Show them that first, then they will gain confidence. As soon as they feel it on their skin, Christine, they will actually comment to you, wow, that didn't hurt. It feels different. Okay, these are the comments that have been coming from the ladies that have already swapped over to this wax. Okay, so you need to go one way and then go the other way to get the cleanest finish with hard wax. Okay, so Louise is saying the same thing. Just wondering if the wax took everything that you would need to go over twice. You still need to go over twice with lip hair. Okay, lip hair is the most stubborn hair you are going to find on the face. It's that peach fuzz. It's really, really fine. It sits very flat to the skin. So by using the Q-tip and rolling the wax up against the growth and then going back the opposite way is how you will get the cleanest area, okay? You can go twice with any of our synthetic hard waxes. They are designed to be used that way because they are designed to protect the skin. Unfortunately, I can't give you something that protects the skin and rips everything the first go, because if it rips everything the first go, it has a tendency to hurt your skin, okay? So please keep in mind with synthetic resin and synthetic wax, our main priority is your skin. And I think clients will be very happy if you use those exact words with them, because I'm sure that they wouldn't mind having the area waxed twice as long as you can say to them, I'm here to protect your skin, okay? This is the point of this wax. All right, so in the videos that I have, the full recordings, you'll be able to see that a little bit better. But the point is twice we'll get it clean in the opposite direction. It's great for male waxing, as we said. Beard line, I have all of this happening live in the manscaping session that we did last Monday. So I'm going to send you the full recording. So if you're really interested in this and interested in seeing why I need to go over the skin twice and what results happen, please watch these extra videos and recordings. It will really blow your mind at how gentle the wax is. And on the manscaping, actually, just to touch on that, there was some areas on him that we waxed underneath his beard. We waxed the back of his neck and his shoulders, and those areas had never been waxed before. And you can see the client's actual reaction to that, okay? Or lack of reaction to that, I should be saying, okay? You wanted to know about Brazilians. Yes, it can be done, okay? So Browvado is great for Brazilians. This is a shaved client, okay? So because you've got the gentleness of a hard wax with the grip of a soft wax, it is great on shaved hairs, okay? So whether that be shaved male client who's got the beard line that you want to tidy up under the beard line, the neck, the back of the neck, or you want to tidy up Brazilian, or you want to tidy up underarms, either way, it's more than fine, okay? So Browvado really is versatile. Then what do you finish the treatment off with? Well, make your life a little bit easier and eliminate any of those reactions from happening. Keep in mind, if you start waxing your client's lip and they have never waxed their lip before, then you want to proceed with caution as to what you are using pre and post. Anytime I hear of anyone having a reaction to waxing, I always ask, what did you prep with and what did you use post waxing? Okay. I'm not saying that you need to use the full Caronlab system, but what I am saying is that less is more, and you need to be using high quality products, particularly when the follicle is open. You're putting on after waxing. By using our hydrating aloe vera gel, it's quite a natural product. Aloe vera is naturally high. So what a great product to finish off that luxurious lip waxing treatment or brow wax is to use that hydrating aloe vera gel. It's rich in vitamin E, so it's very, very healing for the skin as well. Okay, Jessica, thank you for your comment. I've had clients laugh after removing the wax because they were shocked at how painless it was. Exactly. So to the ladies that were asking, so Christine and Louise, please educate your client. Do it once, show them the results, get them the mirror, be like, hey, look at this redness. They'll already tell you it. All about how we approach the situation. If we are confident and we believe in the wax, and this is why I use it on my face to show you guys the same thing, okay? Because if I'm waxing on my face live and you can see that I'm not covering up any pain, I trust in the product, and that's why I can really sell the product, because I know what it feels like on my own skin, okay? So back to that red-like reaction, that histamine-like reaction, you can see on this image here, see on the left-hand side here, this is a histamine reaction. You can see it's like white welts, all right? She's very red through this area here and white welts out on the side here. This is the epitome of a bad waxing reaction. This is your histamine. So this is clients that think they have hypersensitive skin. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they have hypersensitive skin. It's just that the pine resin is making them feel like they have hypersensitive skin. Even if you use the pine resin on my skin, I would probably react like this and go histamine. And I don't traditionally have sensitive skin, as you'll see when I wax my face in a couple of hours, okay? So this will happen with the pine resin, making the client think that they have hypersensitive skin, all right? Now, even if you're unsure and you haven't waxed the client before, or you wax them in something that's meant to be good for sensitive skin and they're still reacting, Brilliance is the #1 wax for hypersensitive skin. This is the only wax we have that is purely hypoallergenic. It is designed for that client. It's designed for this lady here that gets that red, horrible reaction no matter what wax she uses, okay? So Christine had said, Brilliance has done myself and my clients wonders. Should I introduce Browvado or keep to Brilliance? Okay, Christine, I love this question because this is what my summary of this class is all about. If you are happy with the Brilliance and it's doing everything for you, and like you said, it's doing wonders, stick with it. I'm not here to tell you you need to add an extra wax to your station or anything like that. If you have clients with hypersensitive skin, you've been using Brilliance, you love it, it takes all the hairs off for you, you don't have a problem, you stick with it. Okay? Now, if you're wondering about the Brilliance consistency, please go back to our Caronlab _North America. Please go back to my very last story that I just posted. Click on that post. Okay, that is the Brilliance consistency. If you can't find it through the story, scroll down the page. You will find the Brilliance consistency video was posted on March 31st this year. Please watch that video. As I said, for those that are asking about the temperature, synthetic waxes have a lower melting point. You need to judge it by eye. I can't tell you that you need to have your wax pot on 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever. I need you to get it to the way it looks in these videos and use it like that and keep it like that all day long. That's exactly why we recommend topping up your wax pot after every client so that the wax always stays at that ideal temperature. Okay, so in answer to Christine's question, if she is happy with Brilliance, stick with Brilliance. If you have not yet tried Browvado and you haven't used any of the Caronlab waxes, I would suggest you start with Browvado. It does have that slight more grip. But if you're really after something hypoallergenic, Brilliance, the one that's on the screen now, is going to be your best friend. Okay? So B says, didn't you see in the previous webinar that Brilliance has rosin in it? No. Brilliance does not have rosin in it. The only one of our range that contains a natural rosin is the olive oil. I'll go back to the start, okay? All of the synthetic waxes are on this screen. Sorry, it's just taking me a while to go back one by one. Okay, where are we? Let's go back to the start just so you all understand. The synthetic resin is found in every single one of these waxes contain the high quality synthetic resin except the olive oil. The olive oil does contain chlorophonium pine resin. However, it is refined at a very high quality. So this is a very safe wax to use for leg waxing, for arm waxing, for body waxing. This is my personal preference for body waxing because I've dealt with a lot of shaved clients, okay? So that's the one. Brilliance is hypoallergenic, okay? Great, that's fine. We're all here to clarify. I don't want anyone to be confused. Brilliance is your top of the range for sensitive skin. Sitting underneath Brilliance would be Browvado and Brazilian. They basically sit on par, okay? The difference between Brazilian, the teal one, and Browvado, they are both clear waxes, which means they both have great grip. But the clear Browvado, which is what we're talking about here, has mica. So it does have that beautiful shimmer in it. Mica is also designed to reduce skin redness, okay? Brazilian has no mica and no titanium dioxide. So none of those added ingredients to reduce skin redness. So in terms of reducing the redness, Brilliance or Browvado will be the one for you guys, okay? Great. So, yep, Chanel has Brilliance, but then she brought in Browvado for just a bit more grip. Exactly. So if you're doing lots of brow shaping, to be honest with you, Browvado is the one you want. If you're doing lots of brow shaping, Browvado will make it a lot easier for you. It's not as drippy as the Brilliance, and I'll show you that this afternoon when I really compare them both to each other, okay? I'll compare them both, and I'll show you that the Brilliance is a little bit more drippy, and the Browvado is that gel-like. It's almost a dripless wax. It's a bit easier to use for brow shaping, okay? But ultimately, the choice is yours, okay? I have my 3 favorite waxes. If I had to choose 2, I could easily choose 2 and just use 2 for the rest of my life. I couldn't choose 1 and use 1 for the rest of my life because I do believe on every station should always be strip wax and hard wax, okay? Because if hard wax lets you down, you've got the strip wax as a backup. But as we know, we're not going to be using strip wax on the face anymore, okay? Okay, so Claudia wants to know about some suggested prices to charge for Browvado. Because when you're swapping from a synthetic resin, when you're swapping from using that traditional pine resin to a synthetic resin, you could absolutely charge a premium price. Once your clients see the results and the lack of redness on their face, they will be happier to pay a couple of dollars more to have that premium service, okay? You will need to research what people are charging for brow waxing or lip waxing in your area. If you market yourself well, and you make that message known that you are using high quality synthetic, I don't see why you can't be charging a couple of dollars more per service, okay? But I'm not going to give you example prices because everywhere around the world is different as to what they charge. It depends on the demographic and the location of your salon, okay? So do some research, okay? We'll just quickly talk about the wax heater, and then I've got a few more things to share with you. We have already been going for an hour, and time absolutely flies when I get in the room, but I know a lot of you have to go back to work, or you have other webinars to get to, or you're preparing for opening, or all sorts of things. So I'll just talk about the wax heater quickly, and then I'll see you guys this afternoon. So our wax heater, it is an award winner. It did win the Dermoscope Award in 2020 for best wax heater on the US market, okay? So it has a really great, clever design with 2 drip-free rims here. It has the wide skirt and it has the skirt with the metal bar. This is your strip wax setup. This is your hard wax setup. Why does it have 2 skirts? It's to save you time and money, okay? It's purely to save you time and money. Now, before you guys go, I'll just, because for those that do have to jump off, I'll just share a whole heap of resources with you on the screen. If you haven't attended webinars before, you'll want to download these because these will be new to you. So we've got the product manual sharing there on the screen now. We've got the Waxes Ain't Waxes article, which talks more about synthetic versus natural. Makes it very easy to understand. And we've also got shaved clients transitioning to waxing. This is a great little resource if you're looking to get your shaving clients over to waxing. Maybe they see you for facials or nails or something else in the aesthetics industry and you want to get them in for waxing. Well, guess what? They have to put the razor down. And guess what? When you tell a shaving client don't shave for 2 weeks and then I'll wax you, you'll never gain them as a client. So have a read up on that. I've also shared with you, so this will be under your files tab, the full Browvado presentation for those that do have to run off to get to other meetings or work this morning. So Terry, just go under the files tab. The screen will still show you the presentation. Just click on. Perfect. All right, so we'll just talk about the wax heater a bit more. So the other thing is you've got this great temperature dial here. The other thing, it can be used with our microwave to pot concept waxes. So any of the plastic containers here, you can heat them 2 to 3 minutes in the microwave, sit them inside the metal bucket, okay? And then they're ready to use. So any of our soft waxes will come like this in the plastic container. You sit them directly inside the metal bucket, or you can melt them down in the microwave and pour into your existing heater, okay? Okay, so those that are looking for the files, you just click down files next to your polls tab. Okay, it looks like we've got mostly Canadians in the room this morning, so 22% from the USA. Have a look at your files tab and you'll find all the files are there for you to download to your computer. And I'll just move on to the next slide, okay? Okay, Louise had a question. Wow, been a long time salon and spa. Oh, you're talking to each other. That's fine. That's great. Perfect. Okay, so back to this question of should I go with Brilliance or should I go with Browvado? As I said, hypoallergenic is the Brilliance wax. That's for people with hypersensitive skin. Browvado, if you're a serious brow shaper, you're doing lots of facial waxing, you're finding that Brilliance is better for your Brazilians and your underarms, but it's not cutting it when it comes to serious brow shaping. If you've come from brow shaping with strip wax, you want Browvado. There is no question. If you're trained to use hard wax on the face and you have for a very long time, Brilliance will suit your needs as well. The choice is really yours. I like both for different reasons. I'm willing to show you both on half and half of my face today. Okay, so come along and have a look at that recording and then you'll see you can make up your mind from then. Okay. So what are estheticians saying about these great products? Well, many of them are swapping over to Browvado. Many of them are swapping over to purely hard wax for facial waxing and Brazilians, which is amazing because so many of you have been writing to me and saying that, oh, I'm nervous. I've only ever used strip wax on the Brazilian. Oh, I don't know how to shape brows without strip wax. It's really easy, and I can show you some easy tips and tricks so that you can feel more confident with your brow waxing and switching to hard wax. Brazilians is super easy. You just need to practice. That's all. Okay. Brazilian is just practice makes perfect, and you can't get any better at that until you actually have clients on your bed. When you start using hard wax on their inner labia, they will thank you for life. Okay. Because it is a very, very different experience. If you're using strip wax on the inner labia, then I can guarantee those clients have had damage in that area before, because it's very, very difficult to get to that area without hard wax and to get it clean. Okay, Megan says, is the insert removable to be able to have both in the spa easily but not both hot at the same time? Yeah, so what you do, Megan, is that you can have two wax pots, okay, with the insert inside, and you can have the microwave to pot concept, sitting directly inside, ready to go. What you can do though is just have one wax heater. You can have the microwave to pot different type of waxes. So say you want to have your olive oil for your leg waxing, and you want to have your strawberry cream for your top of your Brazilian bikini line or underarm waxing, for example. You could then swap out the containers quite quickly. So the answer is yes. With any of those plastic containers, you can pull the whole container out and put the next container into the insert. Okay. You don't want the plastic container sitting direct on the thermostat. Okay. And I'm happy to show you that this afternoon in more detail. Okay. So to find a distributor, just go to caronlab.com. That's how you can get started. You can just buy a bag of the Browvado, a bag of the Brilliance, put it into your existing wax heater. You don't need to have our wax heater to get started. Most of our hard waxes are beaded. So you just need an empty tin or an empty insert on your current heater and judge the temperature by eye. That's all you need to do. As I said, I do have a whole heap of resources coming to you tomorrow. So the manscaping video, the Browvado facial waxing videos. Now, I'm also going to give you guys, for those that have stayed to the very end with me today, and it's just gone 11:11. So those that are into numerology, what a great number, because I'm going to share with you a little treat. So you'll see on our Instagram page, if you haven't already, I know some of you have already found this when you've gone on there today, you'll see the post, I Spy giveaway. So I'm going to give you an extra entry into this for those that have already posted, tagged, shared, all of the things. What I'm going to do is in this email that you're going to open tomorrow, 24 hours after this class, there's going to be a short quiz in there. If you answer the quiz in full and submit your results, to know, with the lip wax, are you using just a normal Q-tip, or are they specifically made for waxing? Okay, someone said we lost sound, so we'll just check. Okay, sound should be on. Just checking everyone can still hear me. We're almost at the very end, so thank you for your patience. So Penny wants to know, with lip wax, are you using just a normal Q-tip, or are they specifically made for waxing? They are a wooden Q-tip, Penny. Okay, so it's a wooden Q-tip because the cotton is round, it's wound more tightly onto the wooden Q-tips, okay? So don't just use the normal ones because they're quite fluffy. And if they're fluffy, they get stuck in your wax. And when you roll up the face, you'll just have cotton fluff everywhere, and it'll be really frustrating for you. So you need the ones with the wooden stick. I'll show you in the next class. I have them on my station ready to go. Okay. Okay, so you guys, you didn't miss anything. The only thing I was saying is that check your email tomorrow. I'm going to show you a way that you can get an extra giveaway, an extra entry into the giveaway award. Okay, so just check that email tomorrow. It'll have all the details onto how you can enter for the giveaway. All right, an extra entry. So I don't care if you've already tagged, shared, whatever, you can have a double entry. So just check the email tomorrow and it's going to have all your instructions on how to do this. Okay, so I am going to let you guys go. We've been going for an hour and 15. I know your time is precious, so thank you for choosing to stay with me till the very end. I appreciate you guys being here. Files are underneath the file tab. If you haven't already downloaded them, download them. You'll have full access to the recording. I'll be back in a couple of hours going live, doing some facial waxing for you guys. We'll also it'll just be really a Q&A as well for those of you that have attended this session before. Just any other tips and tricks that I can share with you. And B wants to know, can you use orange sticks or does it need to be the cotton tip? Look, orange sticks are okay too, but I think for the rolling technique on the lip, it's really, you don't get that nice roll the way you do with the Q-tip. But if you have orange sticks more, then like definitely have a go. Orange sticks are also great for sculpting the brows. So if you already have them, then use it. Yeah, try it for sure. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'll let you guys go. And it looks like many of you are going to come to this afternoon's session, so that will be great. If you have any questions, send me a DM on Instagram. I am online right now. Okay, and if not, we'll see you guys later. Thank you very much.